Destroy Lonely was not underground. Ever since No Stylist dropped, Destroy Lonely has not been underground since. The only reason niggas say he's underground is because we knew him in the underground before that. User 999. This nigga has 439 subs, 8.6K views. Shout out to this guy. The underground is already mainstream.
The underground, it simply does not exist. Hold on now. I know a lot of y'all niggas like,
Dead Internet Theory is an online conspiracy theory that asserts that the internet now consists mainly of bot activity and automatically generated content that is manipulated by algorithmic curation, marginalizing organic human activity. So is he saying the underground is dead internet, or is he saying like, oh, the mainstream shit is dead internet? That's what
hold
I want
on
to know.
now. I know a lot of y'all niggas like, man, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Well, I'm actually finna get into a lot of details, giving you guys the top 4 reasonings why a lot of these so-called artists and rappers that y'all think are underground are actually mainstream. I'm sorry guys, but the views that these so-called underground artists that y'all call underground are actually fucking crazy. These guys
This nigga's wrong.
artists
I'm gonna
that
tell you
y'all
why
call
this nigga's wrong. Destroy Lonely was not underground. Ever since No Stylist dropped, Destroy Lonely has not been underground since. The only reason niggas say he's underground is because we knew him in the underground before that. One and two, he still has that same type of style that's different from the rest of mainstream shit. That's the only reason he gets the underground label. Niggas know Destroy Lonely's not underground at all. That nigga's mainstream. Niggas know that. That's one. The same thing with Netspin. Netspin is not underground anymore. I wouldn't say. I mean, some would say like him and Osama Sun and Che are at the top of the underground, which is cool, I guess. But that's really. But I don't think they're underground. I just think they're like the faces of people coming from the underground type shit.
call underground are actually
Like Lucky is not underground in
that
2025, gang.
these so-called underground artists that y'all
So
call underground
you putting up mainstream niggas.
actually fucking crazy. These guys are pulling in around 1 to 40
Who? Why are you, bro? This nigga.
ground are actually fucking
These
crazy.
quick
These
ass graphics,
guys
nigga.
are
I can't
pulling
see
in
shit. Knock knock, nigga. That was a TikTok banger, nigga. That's not under. He's rage baiting me. He's rage baiting me. He got it, bro.
around 1 to
You got
40
it, bro. You got Ken
million
Carson
viewers.
fighting my demons underground.
On top
Okay.
of not to mention the
The nigga, the album sold 40,000. That's underground.
streaming
Okay,
numbers they
bro.
have across
Okay, now these are more accurate. You know what I'm saying? Tana and Autumn. Now keep in mind, Autumn. This is over 3 years. Niggas listen to music back to back to back on YouTube. So if 2 million niggas listen to a song 5 times, that's 10 million views. I just want y'all to understand that. That's first of all. Now is Autumn underground? Honestly, bro, I'd say he is. Like if I asked the average person who Autumn is, niggas wouldn't know. If I asked even the average rap listener who Autumn is, they wouldn't know. Or R&B, whatever Autumn makes. I don't. Yeah, Autumn's underground. It's just that on the internet, I feel like it's an internet circle thing, bro. I feel like for me, I don't feel like Autumn's underground, but that's because everyone in my little internet bubble knows who Autumn is. You know, I feel like that's more so what it is than like anything else. Like Tana's definitely underground. If you go outside and ask a nigga who Tana is, niggas be like, "What the fuck, Tana?" And you're like, "Nah, Baby Santana." What? Like Antisocial was an underground song for
multiple
sure.
DSPs. Example number 1 is going to be Osama Sun. Osama Sun currently has 1 million Spotify listeners, with his most popular song on there
Osama Sun is
being I Know What You Did Last Summer, which has 11 million streams. Now let's compare him to another rapper who is in a whole other lane called Chucky. Chucky is a popular rapper from Chicago who blew up in early last year. He has 1 million Spotify listeners, as he is also considered a mainstream rapper as well among the drill
is Chucky considered a mainstream rapper? Who the fuck is Chucky? Respectfully, like shout out to him. I don't know him. I've never heard of that nigga. I've never heard of that nigga. Not a single time. Not a singular time, gang. Not even a singular time. So Chucky's underground too. He's just not in the underground lane. I think the problem is not problem, but I think the thing is we like underground is a certain lane. It's not just when niggas refer to when niggas in this circle refer to underground, they're talking about a specific lane of niggas. They're not talking about like the rapper Mike. You know what I'm saying? They're not talking about Benny the Butcher. And Benny the Butcher isn't even underground. But you get what I'm saying though. They're not talking about anybody else outside of the specific lane of the underground shit, which is the rage, the regalia, the plug and B, all that type of shit. Is outside of that, the what's it called? Jerk music, like outside of that, niggas isn't like that's what niggas refer to when they're saying underground because the thing about the underground is it's not a subgenre because there's mad different subgenres in the underground. It's an energy or a section or an area, and that's why niggas will refer to Ken Carson as underground, even though he's obviously not underground by the numbers, but he's still in that section of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? The same way, like Pop Smoke wasn't even really a drill rapper by the time he died, R.I.P. But he was still in that section of hip hop though. That was like his corner of hip hop, I feel like. So that's what underground is now. Whereas like in 2020, all of that shit was really underground. Like Summers and them were really underground. You know what I'm saying? Like Lucky was really underground more so. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think it
Scene.
is more than
He has
anything.
multiple music videos with 10 million views, not to mention multiple collabs with another popular underground rapper called Lucky.
Lucky's not underground in 2025, gang.
The fact that an artist who's literally
You don't know. This is what it is, bro. It's the internet, nigga. We don't have to like. I can. Lucky has all of his numbers, and it's a nigga that has is plenty of niggas that have never heard of him because he's not gonna get radio play. That's the thing. There's no being a rapper doesn't mean you have to have radio play. It doesn't mean you have to have a music video on MTV because niggas don't watch MTV. MTV, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have to know who Lucky is. You can listen to rap and not know who Lucky is, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? And you can listen to rap and not know who Benny the Butcher is in 2025. That's what it is, more so than anything. So I feel like a lot of the shit I've never heard of Chucky. That doesn't make him underground. It just makes me unaware of his existence. 'Cause I don't listen to that type of shit. Because I'm assuming Chucky's like a well, let me not assume that because I think Lucky's from Chicago too. Whatever,
considered
regardless.
underground is pulling in around the same numbers as someone who's considered mainstream goes to show that in the underground community that a lot of people ideal of what it means to be mainstream is false and not perceived to be incorrect.
I think there's more so also circles of music. For instance, Ken Carson and Yeat, that them niggas were hanging around in 2021. They were like in the same circle. All that Slay World shit, them niggas were all in a little circle, right? They're in a little group. But them niggas never really got to the point where they were hanging with Offset and them type niggas, you know? But that's the thing that makes the Opium niggas kind of weird, cause like they're signed by Cardi and they be around Southside and all that shit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
A lot of these so-called underground artists are literally charting on the Billboard Hot 100 and 200, specifically the US one. A lot of you guys don't understand literally how much of an accomplishment it is to chart on the Hot 100, 200. That literally gives more eyes on you and create more notoriety for your brand and music. And not on top of that, not to mention how many doors, opportunity, and money that it comes with. A lot of actual underground artists who are barely getting views, followers, likes, wish they can actually have a charting song. Like,
That's facts.
the fact that you can have a song chart and be considered underground is crazy. Like, that literally just doesn't make any sense at all. Like,
Bro, nobody's calling. Let me not say nobody. The thing is, it's just a misnomer.
if
It's
you
literally
could
just a
chart,
misnomer.
you're not underground. You're literally mainstream at that point. Like,
That's facts.
these guys be selling around 20, 30, 40K in album sales. Not to mention charting on Apple Music.
That's
Literally
facts.
having viral songs.
Now, Until
Not to
Japan,
mention charting on Apple Music.
yeah, I thought Until Japan was underground. That nigga was doing crazy numbers.
Literally having viral songs all over Instagram, TikTok, and other social media
And I still ain't listen to that nigga because I want to save it. I want to save when I first hear Until Japan until I make my video on like his music. Cause this like the video I'm doing today, that's what this shit's gonna be.
platforms, and for some strange reason, people still call these niggas underground. Like, that shit really just doesn't make any sense at all. In order for a rapper to be considered mainstream, they need to make a movement and cultural impact that catches the eyes of potential new fans and even those who don't even listen to their music. Whether it's through making
That's not true, cause Rob 49, even before What the Helly, Rob 49 was a mainstream rapper. I feel like it's more so features than who you are. Actually, not, cause Laser Dim was on the song with some mainstream niggas. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
good music, fashion, going viral, all of these things are things that can be used
That's how you get to be like an S list, A list rapper. But like to be a B, C list rapper, you don't have to do all that.
for an artist to make a movement and cultural impact to go mainstream. Let me give you an example. Opium artists like Ken and Long have a major influence on this new generation of Gen Z and Alpha, whether it's through their music, fashion, virality. These artists all have created a new movement that young people feel cool to get behind. And this just goes to show that these artists are mainstream because the previous generation of SoundCloud artists from the 2010s went on to do the same exact thing. And on top of that, it's not just Ken and Long. Multiple underground artists follow their same alternative, whatever you want to call it. It's like this grunge alternative aesthetic that's very popular among the underground. And this aesthetic alone has gave new life to this new movement, and it's doing a lot of cultural impact because you could literally see this movement unfold in front of our eyes. Not to mention, every time you open TikTok, you literally can see this movement. And this movement is not going to stop no time sooner. This movement is going to get bigger as time progresses. And that's what it means to be mainstream. You need to make a cultural impact. You need to get people to know who you are besides just your music. And a lot of mainstream rappers like Travis Scott, Youngboy, Rod Wave, Chief Keef, etc., even Playboi Carti, and he's the father of this new generation of rappers. Even he made a cultural impact on this mainstream, whether you like it or not. I ain't even gonna lie, it's just really just funny just thinking about this shit because niggas really call these rappers underground. Bro, artists like Netspin, Osama, Lone, Ken, these artists are having tons of international success, specifically in Europe. The fact millions from a whole nother
who is calling I just want to know who's calling these niggas underground, bro. I just want to
country are
know
listening to your music, not to mention you're charting in these European markets. On top of that, making money in these European markets, in my opinion, that alone make you mainstream. Netspin is a so-called underground artist with 1 million plus listeners, and he's getting ready to do a European tour. Destroy Lonely, another artist also considered underground, he has 3 million listeners. Literally only 2 more million listeners than Netspin. Also did a European tour as well. And
I don't know. I feel like the last thing I gotta say is just the underground is literally just niggas don't know what to call the subgenre because it's so diverse. So niggas don't know what to call the subgenre, so they just call it all underground. That's really what it is.
Every time these so-called underground artists go to Europe, they always sell out. That just popping it everywhere globally.
That's facts.
News,
this one's facts.
Television, magazines,
this one's facts, for sure.
Radios. These were the traditional mainstream media throughout the 90s and 2000s. And these were the medias that you needed to get guaranteed mainstream success as an artist. The previous generation of SoundCloud rappers all got lucky to enjoy traditional mainstream media. And I remember growing up as a kid, I remember seeing a lot of my favorites growing up, like Lil Uzi, Trippie Redd, Cardi. These guys, even Travis Scott, he literally was on the episode of Ridiculousness, and that was one of my favorite shows growing up. He literally was on the episode of
I thought that was 360 Jeezy. I wasn't paying attention.
Ridiculousness, and that was one of my favorite shows growing up. These rappers were all literally on TV, so in a way, this really helped boost their numbers up. And like I said, a lot of these niggas were blowing up around the 2010s. The 2010 was one of the last decades where traditional media was king. Yes, social media and the internet was around, but still, people were still following traditional media because during the 2010s, the internet, it was like, it was there, but like, it wasn't really as like, it didn't really have this much of a strong impact on like the whole world as it did today, because during the 2010s the internet really only had an impact on the younger generation. Nowadays both old and younger generations are all on the internet, and in my opinion this has made the internet a new mainstream media, whether you like.
Nigga, you just ended the video like that. First of all, I've been getting this error. I don't know what this error is. I don't know
Drake's
why I
next
keep getting
album is
that shit.
seemingly going to
Shit
be.
is annoying me. I don't get it. But salute though. Salute. If you fuck with the video, you know what to do, bruh. Like and subscribe, bro. We going to 1K. We going Cloud9 on niggas.